have to explain yourself to anybody. They don't know you. They don't really know anything about you. They think they do. That's the thing. People think they know you because they've spent time with you. They don't know where you've been, what you've been through, how you've got to where you are, what it took to overcome obstacles. Because they've spent a bit of time with you, they think they know what's best for you, where you would be best placed, what you're good at, and it's wrong, because they're only seeing a tiny piece of you. The only person that knows what's best, let me move this camera, the only person that knows best for you and what's best for your life is you. So don't be persuaded by people. Don't allow them to take you off track, distract you, because they'll have their opinions and judgments on what you're doing, and they can be quite persuasive. But if you're true to yourself, you will stick to your guns. And that's important, because the people that let society lead them always regret it. Every single time. I think there's a saying where you can climb the ladder to realise that it was the wrong ladder. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because it means that you're dishonest to yourself. And it's like a betrayal. You're betraying yourself. Even though it might seem like the right thing to do, just go along with everybody else, because that's what they're doing. You don't want to stand out. You think that might look strange or odd or weak, but anybody that's ever made any changes in this world stood out. And the reason they made the changes is because they weren't getting along with everybody else. They weren't going with the flow of the masses. If they were, they probably wouldn't have had the ideas that they had, the inventions and the creations. That's what I've noticed about the real trailblazers, I call them, because they've made prominent, significant changes to the world, to humanity, to the environment, technology. And the reason they could is because they stood by their ideas, and they never let go of the faith in their ideas and their beliefs. It takes a very strong person to go against the grain. So if you feel like you're going against the grain, that means that you're strong. If you've got haters, that means you're on the right path, because it means that you're not blending in. You're going against the grain, and nothing was ever created in your comfort zone. Nothing was ever created inside your comfort zone. So it means get up, get out, and go for it. You know you better than anybody else. There's nobody that knows you the way you know yourself. You know what you're good at. You know what comes naturally to you. You know where you thrive and what your skill is. Most people won't admit that. I don't know if it's maybe a fear of the spotlight or a fear of attention or success, but there is a lot of people will say they don't know what they're good at, but that is far from true. We all know what we're good at. We know our strengths and all our weaknesses. And we know, just fix this. We know that one thing that we're really good at, but we've got a habit of going against that because you hear, oh, that won't make you money. You won't make a living out of that. You're best to get a job, be responsible, be an adult, and then you just end up following the crowd, and it's 10 years later and you regret it. Don't do that. That's just never a good idea. So that thing that you're good at, it could be painting, cutting hair, cooking, babysitting, construction. You're good at that because that's what you're meant to be doing. So stop avoiding it. Stop putting it to the side. Don't say you'll do it tomorrow or next week. This is time for action. That's the chapter that I'm in, which is why I'm making videos. Because I know I am a messenger, I'm a storyteller, and I'm here to help others by just being authentic, really. By being me. Because I think that's the way we can help others, and it's the way we can help each other, and it's also the way we can heal the world. Because the world needs healing. We've been going the wrong way for too long. Everything being false, a facade, the conditioning. This is the time of awakening, and the people at the front of that awakening are the ones that never ignored their intuition, that always stood true to themselves, that never ignored their true inner power. Some people call it the chosen, but I just think it's the enlightened, the woke ones. So if you feel that you're pretty different from the group of people that you're in, the job that you're in, the community that you're in, that's a good sign that you're woke, you're enlightened, and it means that the reason you don't fit in is because you're not supposed to, and the reason that you're not supposed to is because you're here to create the new. The world is peeling its layers off, it's getting rid of the old and it's bringing in the new consciousness, the new stream of thoughts. As a whole, we're waking up and it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, but you do play your part in it, and that's to be honest with yourself, to be real with yourself, and most of all to know who you are and what you're about. And even better than that, you're not here to figure out your purpose, you're here to create your purpose. And you do that by trial and error. You discover what you like, what you're good at, and then you decide on your mission. It's not something that comes to you and finds you. You decide on that. I spent years thinking that I would wake up and then the idea would just pop into my head, and then I'll discover what my mission is. Thinking about that's quite funny. It took me a long, long time to realise that we decide the mission, our mission. But then recently I've thought as well a new concept. Maybe there never was a mission. We keep going on about our purpose and why we're here and the reason, the big aha moment. Maybe there was never one. Maybe it's just neutral. But the only way you'll find out is through living in your experience, getting out your comfort zone. Aye. Maybe there was never a mission.